Yeah, so you know how I'm like weird and I just be reading random stuff at night?
Mm.
Well, the other night I went to the Social Security Administration website and it said that the retiree benefit, the survivor's benefit, like they only have enough money to pay those until 2033. That's like 9 years from now without
Yeah.
policy change. Now, the government won't let that happen, but you know what they're going to do? They have to implement some kind of policy to change it. They already extended the age limit in which we can retire. So,
Yeah, I saw
isn't that crazy? But they're going to raise our taxes. Like, they're going to raise the Social Security and Medicare that's coming out of our paychecks.
that. Well, it's just gotten to be like pretty ridiculous how much we pay for that because it just keeps going up.
Well, Social Security doesn't keep going up, it stays the same. It's 6.2%. Like you pay 6.2% and then your employer matches you.
Mm-hmm.
So every time your employer gives you a paycheck, they're contributing to your retirement. It's so important. So remember, well, you don't remember because you were a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but when you were a baby and I was 17 and we lived in that tiny little efficiency, I went after your dad for child support. And when I did, I learned that because he was self employed, there was no record of any of his income. So I got the state minimum child support.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was ordered to pay.
Yeah.
But I really didn't get it because he was hired under the table.
Mm-hmm.
So I never got that. And then, do you remember when he became disabled?
Yes.
Well, that survivor's benefit I'm talking about, when people become disabled or they die,
Yeah.
like that's so sad for me to think about someone losing their parent.
Yeah.
But when they lose their parent, that Social Security provides a survivor's benefit to that child until they're 18. So when your dad became disabled, I called Social Security and I asked if you were eligible for a benefit. You weren't because he was self-employed.
Yeah.
So you didn't get that benefit and I didn't get that child support. And then that welfare check is not enough for people to live on.
No.
So he went back to work. Again, self-employed. And he was able to receive that welfare check for much longer than he should have. So we inadvertently, not we personally, but some random business owner out there inadvertently helped this man avoid his child support, avoid paying into Social Security, and to stay on welfare longer than what he should have. All while I, who decided to keep my baby, was just trying to go to school and make a living.
You know, and I feel like that's a lot more widespread of a problem. Like, there's whole, like...
It is. Do you know how many friends I have who, yeah, it's bad, dude.
But, like, on TikTok and Instagram and shit, there's whole, like, entire communities of people that just tell you basically how to game welfare.
Yeah.
And just, it's like, basically, you know, you just do this, this, and this, and this is how you get it.
I know.
And there's all these, like, tips and tricks, like, top 10 ways to...
And a lot of them are small business owners, aren't they? Like,
I mean,
they're...
from what I've seen, it's just people that are like, oh, well, if you want to get, like, on food stamps, all you have to do is this. You know, you can make, you know, this much money and still do it using, you know, this exploit, basically.
That's unfortunate. I don't know what that is, because I know the state of Florida, we're pretty... I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that, you know, when you're self-employed, you have control over your own income.
Mm-hmm.
So you can then avoid things like that. You know what the craziest part is?
Mm-hmm.
As if they would have hired an employee instead of that contractor, it would have been cheaper. It would have been free advertising because that employee is branded, walking around with their t-shirt on instead of supporting their own company.
Yeah.
Which that's what happens when you hire a contractor. I'm very scared for Social Security. It's really,
Yeah, I've been hearing about it being doomed for a long time.
well, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. When we sit there and say it's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. But the thing is
Yeah,
no one understands how it works. I'm telling you, they need to know what only you can save Social Security. Just like they did with the
yeah,
bear for the forest fires. That
yeah.
shit's needed.
Well, I mean, what would you say are the steps that are required for us to actually save it?
Well, business owners definitely, need to look at their contractors and ask
Hmm.
themselves